Hello there lads, ladies and other kin. It is time to unlock a new dragon for me in the form of Indigo. And just as I opened the game, I got this pop-up screen, which is for the actual collection event I'm talking about. So of course, during the ancient event, we have quite a few different mini events and things happening. And the first one really is this Blue Bonanza event where we have to hatch the Molten, Xylophone and Eikthyrnir dragons to get another epic. And I've already hatched a Molten dragon. Then we've got the Xylophone dragon, which is the current dragon of the week, which I managed to breed using a double egg relic, and he's very cute. Look at him. Such a cute little boy. I actually love the Xylophone baby, and I've said it before, but why can't DML make a physical Xylophone dragon Xylophone? I'd love to slap that Xylophone. Genuinely. Look at him. He would be so cool IRL. Am I the only one that thinks that? I would love him, especially in his baby form. But anyway, that is dragon number 1. Then dragon number 2 that we've got today is Eikthyrnir, which has been here before in old events. And again, I've already got both of these dragons, but Eikthyrnir is another very cool looking dragon, mainly because of those blue/aqua wings. And aqua, if you didn't know, is my favorite color. So if you ever want to make me happy, just show me some aqua. Aqua something, aqua dragon. I'll be happy about it. But anyway, after we hatch those two, it says, congratulations, you have successfully finished the Blue Bonanza and earned a reward. You got the Indigo dragon. And Indigo, all things considered, say you somehow manage to get this dragon and you don't have any divines or ancients, Indigo's actually an interesting one you could pick up because water and that light AoE and shadow means that it's an okay epic overall, and plus looks pretty snazzy. Almost looks like a weird peacock dragon, but not the peacock dragon, if that makes any sense. But there is a new dragon for me, so I'm going to go ahead and pop him into my hatchery, and then we will say hello to him in just over a day's time. So aside from that, of course, we do have the Dragon Board event, which is currently ongoing, and despite my guide that I've made for every single ancient event, and I made it the other day, of course there's still going to be a lot of players that don't listen or that don't really understand certain parts of the event that are going on, and I wanted to just go through a couple of these things again in terms of the Dragon Board, because a lot of people have been spending all of their event currency and it means that they can't do the bonus quest. I mentioned this before. Always make sure you've got some spare stepping stones at all times, because when you unlock that bonus quest, you need to have some stepping stones to finish it. The other thing to keep in mind is not only do you need to save some stepping stones, you also need to have at least a few tickets remaining every single time you have a potential reset coming up. The reason being that one of those bonus quests can be a quest to open up 5 chests, I believe it is. I don't think there's one for 10 this time. But it's just one of those things where you should always make sure you've got at least a few extra tickets and a few extra bits of event currency. Again, I'd recommend at least 1,500 stepping stones minimum. But if you're going to go for those full houses on the bingo, and this week they're not very interesting because it's just Molten stuff, save your currency. A lot of people have been saying, you know, how many chests do I need to have opened up right now to be on pace to get Merca or Homala? You don't have to open up, you don't have to spend them right now, and you don't have to open up all of your chests right now. You don't have to do that. Just how at the same time on the Dragon Board, you don't have to be opening up a set amount of these chests to be on pace for house, because if you just save the currency, you can use it later. You don't have to be using it every single reset, because it doesn't matter when you use it, apart from trying to get those bonus quests done. So even though right now it's like we might be slightly behind in terms of how much event currency we've used, it doesn't matter if someone else has used more than us, but they don't have any extra currency, if you know what I mean. You don't have to spend it straight away. Just don't feel like you have to do it, because you don't. And I think a lot of people will end up really trying to go for pieces of Hausk, and they're just going to end up re-rolling and wasting a lot of currency. And remember, re-roll wasting and making bad decisions with re-rolling is a massive, massive issue in this event, because you're just wasting currency. Every time you re-roll and it's not a free re-roll, it's costing you event currency. So you don't want to be re-rolling too much. Sometimes it's a good idea to re-roll to get the bingo numbers, but you really have to be sparing with it and be smart about when you spend it. And no matter how many times I say that, people will still ask the exact same question. I know. But since it's only, what, day 3 of the event, I'm just going through it again for any newer players. So hopefully you get more of an idea of what I was talking about before. Remember, you don't have to spend all of your event currency all the time. So anyone that says, you should be up to this many pieces of Hausk if you want to get them by the end, it's not true if you've got a lot of spare event currency. But anyway, I guess we will go and do this bonus quest, which is the only thing I've actually really logged in here to do. Open 1 epic chest in the Dragon Board event. This is another super easy one, but it's not one that I would waste event currency on. As in, I wouldn't waste my re-rolls specifically on trying to get these epic keys. I wouldn't do that. The reason mainly being that you'll probably end up falling on the yellow tiles naturally, like I just did. It's not really worth wasting the re-rolls, especially when we could spend them in a situation like this. And I do need to hit a 5, so I'm going to go for the 2 and then the 5. And then we get ourselves another pink chest. So we open it up and what do we get? A ×5. Yeah, baby. I like it. So it is possible to get times 50 pieces of Hausk, and it is also possible to get full drops of Hausk. And some people, yes, have already gotten Hausk by getting times 500, but you can't get full drops of the other ancients in this event, only Hausk. But the chances of that happening are incredibly, incredibly low. So keep all of that in mind. But for example, right now, I've still got lots of bingo numbers up. And I also have lots of, well, I've got a decent amount of event currency remaining. But it's normally a better idea to only spend for the bingo stuff in the final reset when you've got the most currency available. That's if you're going for the full house. But like right now, since I've finished off that bonus quest, done everything else on the Dragon Board, I don't have to spend any more of these stepping stones. I can just save these for next reset, the reset after, a week from now. I don't have to spend them right now. So for any of you that have been, for some reason, misled into thinking that you have to be opening a certain amount of chests, like right now, you don't. As long as you've still got those stepping stones somewhere. Now, if you're sitting on 2 purple chests opened and you've got 0 event currency left, yeah, you're doing badly in the event. But just don't stress out too much. As long as you're not wasting your currency and you've logged in for every reset and you continue to log in for every reset, assuming you're not absolutely awful at picking numbers to re-roll to, you'll probably be okay to get Hausk. Now, will you be able to get Molten? That's going to depend on how many pieces you already have for Molten and just how quickly you end up finishing Hausk. Obviously, if you get really lucky with a lot of big drop pieces for Hausk, that's going to help anyone massively when they're going for Molten. But if you end up having to open up all 220 chests, you'll probably only be able to get Molten pieces in the last sort of week of the event. So keep all of that in mind when you are going through the Dragon Board stuff. Aside from that, of course, there is the daily DML grinding arena stuff where we collect very, not many enchantment materials and trinkets. And aside from that, I guess we're going to have new sigil maps soon as well. But right now, I would say that I do enjoy the fact that during these ancient events, it's only 200 currency that we have to collect. Because honestly, getting to castle event final tiers is a massive pain. And and having to collect all of those points. Whereas when it's at 200, genuinely, it's possible to finish a reset in 2 minutes. I finished a reset in 2 minutes this morning, for example. So you don't have to be sitting on the game for hours to do the resets in Dragon Board. You just have to be on when you need to be on. That's basically it. Oh, damn it. I'm gonna have to use Ancient on these guys, aren't I? Damn it. I went through all 3 of my dragons, and look at what happened. A whole lot of nothing. Typical. But it's okay. Sometimes I just don't think about using Leech during Arena, but I really should, because sometimes like there I actually need it. But I will continue on with that. Aside from that, make sure you're still grinding out that dungeon every 6 hours. Basically, the 6-hour timers work out if you say pop in 6-hour food and you've got the war dragon breeding. It's just you log in, you collect the food, you breed the dragon, you do the dungeon reset. So most things align with that 6-hour reset, usually. But it does depend. Definitely does depend. But, you know, aside from what I mentioned the other day, there's not really too much else I can really say about this event. But please don't feel too pressured to waste all of your event currency. Even like if I spent all 5,400 that I have right now, plus the extra that I'd earned from blue tiles and so on. It's not gonna give me it's not gonna give me any advantage in the event. Like, there's no reason for me to do it. You could say, yeah, but if you can get more tickets sooner, you can get a dragon faster. What, like 10 tickets? That's not gonna do anything for me. So, just remember there's another 25 days in this event. So just chill out. Enjoy the spooky atmosphere. Like, look at this cute baby. And also enjoy all of the random decorations. Because honestly, these decorations from this event are pretty pogging. Where are they? Like, look at this. The Witch Shrine and the Haunted Ruin. They are pretty poggers. Whose Tombstone? It's great. Like, if you want to see this Witch's Shrine in person, do I actually have a singular space anywhere? Not really. But I think it fits here. There we go. We could put him next to the Apollo dragons. There we go. Very spooky. Very, very spooky indeed. But, anywho, I guess I don't really have too much else to add today. But I do wish you the best of luck with all of your event progress. And if you do have a times 500, let us know. Drop it in the Discord server or something. Everyone loves seeing those. I'm feeling jealous about it, but you know, we got a long way to go. Many more pieces to acquire, many more dragons to unlock. So we shall see what happens then. And until next time, I hope I will see you once again.